Hello, this is John Kitsteiner, and this is another video showing our life here on the farm. And what we're looking at, I know I've showed this in a couple other videos before, but we've actually started our tree planting here. Here's one of the trees that we got. I have said before is we are planting a mix of apples and cherries and persimmons that are all going to be along the roadside, and on the inside here is going to be a strip of black locusts. The black locust is a tree that we're going to be using as a support tree for these trees on the other side. Black locust is a nitrogen fixer. It attracts a lot of beneficial insects with its large number of fragrant and attractive flowers in the spring, and can also be used for firewood, poles, rods, things that are, because a black locust is very resistant to decay, so it lasts a long time. And so it's a very useful tree in many ways, which is why we're going to be using them to assist our other trees. These trees, as I said, are going to be the apples and cherries and persimmons. The cherries and apples particularly are very beautiful trees, which will be really nice right along our roadside here. And just a little bit about how we planted these, because we're not doing hundreds of acres of trees. We're not doing thousands of trees. We're doing hundreds of trees. We can take a little bit more time and plant our trees with a little bit more care, knowing that we'll get a little, every minute that you put into planting a tree correctly, the better chance you have of that tree making it into the future. So when you're planting thousands of trees, you take less time because you know that you're going to be losing a higher percentage of those trees. These trees I'd rather not lose. Obviously, when people plant trees, you'd rather not lose any, but you also know that there's going to be some attrition. And so particularly with these trees, we took some more time and planted them like you would a little bit more typical home orchard style planting, which is a larger hole, a good 2 feet across, 18 inches deep. Break up the soil on the outer side so that the roots can penetrate well. We add no true soil amendments, as in fertilizer or mulch or anything like that. Try to avoid adding mulch or peat moss or anything that's highly organic, because that will break down and leave gaps, air gaps in the soil, which will make more. Roots don't like straight air gaps, but they also don't like to be decompacted, which is what happens when those break down. We don't add any fertilizer as well. The only thing we did add was a little bit of agricultural lime, which is basically ground up limestone. And most soils in this part of the country, at least, are very highly acidic, and so it adds a bit of a buffering, or actually I should say it brings up the pH. It definitely doesn't make it alkaline, but agricultural lime is alkaline by itself, and so we're bringing that pH up closer to neutral, although we definitely don't break over into the alkaline side for those science geeks out there. The other thing that it does is, as it gets wet, it converts through the kind of chemical process into some carbonic acid, which acts as a buffering agent, if I remember my chemistry correctly, and which is also a very healthy thing for soils. So we definitely took a little bit more time to plant these, and we hope that they're going to be off to a good start. The next thing that we're going to be adding here is going to be a small ring of pea stone gravel. That acts as a mulch here, but what it does is it allows a lot of moisture to escape, so moisture doesn't set in there. It also, since they're rocks, animals have a hard time digging into them, which is great. And then we will add a tree protector. We're going to be using the Tree Pro, which I'll show in later videos as we start installing them, which is a great design. I think it's head and shoulders above some of the other designs that are out there. There's definitely a few good designs that are out in the market, but this is definitely one of the top ones, and I'll explain why in later videos. And that's about it. I think that's enough for right now. This is John Kitsteiner in Bulls Gap, Tennessee, starting our tree planting finally.